Assalamu alaikum, my name is Fatma Qureshi, and in this video I'm going to show you how the Ospf Open Shortest Path First routing protocol works. So far what I've done here is that I have taken 3 routers and 2 PCs. I've also attached a extra serial port in all of these routers so that they can be connected with each other, and I've also decided the IP addresses that I'm going to use. So let's get started. This is going to be a long process because you have to configure each router. So let's get started. First, I'm going to set the IP address and default gateway for the PC0. This is a class B IP address and its default gateway is 171.168.1.2. So this is done. Let's move on to the PC1. Its IP address is 173.168.1.1 and its subnet mask is this, and its default gateway is 173.168.1.2. Okay. Now let's move on to the router 0. Go to CLI, enable, config D, and then interface. We will first configure this connection. So for that, it's giga 0/0/0. Okay. So it's 0/0/0, and then the IP address, which is 171.168.8.1.2, and the subnet mask is 255.255.0.0. Now no shutdown, and exit. This link is up. Now let's go to this link between the routers. First, let's set the interface serial 0/1/0. IP address is 194.168.1.1, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Now no shutdown, and exit. Now for the other serial port, which is 0/1/1. Interface serial 0/1/1, and IP address, which is 192.168.1.1, and the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. Now no shutdown, and so the router 0 configuration is done for now. So what I did now is that I went to config and then I clicked on save to save this configuration. Now let's move on to the router number 2. So we will do the same over here. Enable, config D, then interface serial. Let's say this one is 0/1/1. Serial 0/1/1, and then the IP address, which is 192.168.1.2, and then the subnet mask 255.255.255.0, and no shutdown. Exit and move on to the next port. Oops, sorry. Interface serial 0/1/0, I think. Let's confirm. Yes, 0/1/0. And then IP address, which is 193.168.1.1, subnet mask, and no shutdown. This had only 2 links to configure, so this one is done. Go to config, click on save. Now let's move on to router number 1. No, enable config D interface gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0. IP address is 173.168.1.2, 168.1.2, 255.255.0.0, and then it's no shutdown. Okay. Exit and then interface serial. Which one is this? It's 0/1/0. IP address is 194.168.1.2, 255.255.255.0, and then no shutdown. So exit and move on to the other link, which is interface, interface serial 0/1/1. IP address is 193.168.1.2, 255.255.255.0, and then no shutdown. We will also save this one. Okay, so as you can see, all the links are up, but we will not be able to send a packet or data from this PC to this PC. It's because we have not yet set up the open shortest path first protocol. Okay, so let's start with the OSPF. First, what we need to do is we need to enter the command. First, let's go to configuration mode, config D, and then we move on to the command which is router OSPF, and then any number, for example 1, and now we are in the configuration mode of the router. So we will write network and then the network ID, which is 171.168.1.2. 0.168.1.0, and then the complement of its subnet mask, which would be 0.0.255.255, and area 0, which is the backbone area. Now the other one, which is network 192.168.1.0, and its subnet mask would be 0.0.0.255, area 0, and then network 194.168.1.0, and again 0.0.0.255 will be the complement of the subnet mask, area 0. Now let's move on to the other router 2, config D, then router Ospf 1, and then network. The network here is 192.168.1.0, 0.0.0.255, 0, and then network 193.168. Oh, sorry. This would be, again, I will write network 193.168.1.0 and complement 0.0.0.255, area 0, and then it's done. Let's move on to the router 1. So config D, router Ospf 1, and network, where it's 173.168.1.0, and where it's 0.0.255.255 is the complement of the subnet mask, and area 0. And again, network 193.168.1.0, 0.0.0.255, and area 0. Last one, network 194. Oops, I did it again. Network 194.168.1.0, 0.0.0.255, and area 0. And this one is done as well. Let's see if our configuration worked, and if the first one will always fail, that's for the routing table, and hopefully the second one will not fail. Yes, as you can see, it was successful. This means that our Ospf routing protocol works, and to be sure, let's watch the simulation. First, let me send one from PC1 to PC0 as well. I don't know what happened here. Let me do it again. Alright, sorry. Real time. I was in simulation. So that's why it was taking so long. I had not pressed the play button. Let's do that now. Let's watch the simulation. It will select the shortest path. First it will send to both the routers and then it will send the shortest path. Select the shortest path. Oh, as I already sent messages multiple times to both PCs, I think the router already knows the shortest path. So that's why I did not bother going to router 2. Thank you, and I hope you were able to understand how to set up a network where you can use the OSPF, the Open Shortest Path First Routing Protocol.